Implementing TCS on sale receipt section 206C1H. In this presentation, we will discuss about implementing TCS in Busy. TCS is tax collected at source. TCS is the tax payable by a seller which he collects from the buyer at the time of sale. As per new rules applicable from 1st October 2020, a seller selling any commodity to a party is required to collect TCS based on certain conditions. If the condition for charging TCS is fulfilled in the voucher, then Busy will show a message prompting user to apply TCS bill sundry in the voucher. It's up to the user to apply TCS bill sundry or not, as a user can charge TCS transaction wise or can charge it consolidated on monthly basis. In Busy, TCS is PAN based. That is, for multiple parties having same PAN, TCS will be considered collectively for all the parties having similar PAN. For example, a company has multiple branches and PAN of head office and all the branch offices is same. Hence, in this case, threshold limit will be calculated for the head office and branch offices collectively. Also, Busy has provided the option to consider previous year threshold limit. If in the previous year threshold limit of INR 50 lakh is crossed, then in the current year TCS will be applied irrespective of the fact that threshold limit of 50 lakh is crossed in this year or not. In Busy, TCS is applied either through sales voucher or through receipt voucher. However, it is recommended that you should apply TCS using a single voucher type, that is either sale or receipt. So in this presentation, we will discuss applying TCS through both the voucher types. First of all, to implement TCS in Busy, we need to enable and configure TCS feature. To enable or configure TCS feature, click Administration, Configuration, Features Options, TDS TCS tab. Enable the option of Enable TCS Reporting, specify TCS related details. Then click the Amounts Round Off option to specify the amount rounding off option. You can specify whether you want to round off the TCS amount or not, and if you want to round off the TCS amount, then it should be always on upper side, always on lower side, or automatic. Next is responsible person detail. Click this button to enter detail of the person responsible for collecting TCS for your company. Here you need to specify the responsible person's name, address, designation and other details. Then is check previous year data for TCS under section 206C1H. If you specify yes in this data field, then threshold limit of the previous year will be considered. If in the previous year threshold limit of 50 lakh is crossed, then in this particular year TCS will be applied in the voucher even if the threshold limit of 50 lakh is not crossed. Then is warning for TCS in sale under section 206C1H and warning for TCS in receipt under section 206C1H. Here you need to specify that while entering sale or receipt voucher, if the condition for applying TCS is fulfilled and you have not applied the TCS in the voucher, then what action Busy shall take? Shall it take no action? No warning will be shown. Shall it show a warning only? That is, a warning message will be shown to apply the TCS, or don't allow, which means Busy will not allow you to save the voucher unless and until you apply TCS in the voucher. Then is skip TCS reference creation. Specify why in this data field if you do not want to maintain TCS references and only want to maintain the ledger. Click save button to save the configuration. Now our next step 2 is configure masters. At the time of company creation, Busy creates almost all types of TCS related masters. However, if you want to modify any master or want to create a new master, then you can have a look at the configuration of these master. So first of all, we are going to masters account modify option. Here we are opening TCS account in the modify mode. You can see its group as duties and taxes and tax type as TCS. Then we are opening a party account in the modify mode. Here you need to make sure that the PAN of the party is specified, because TCS rate is dependent on whether the PAN for the party is specified or not. At the right hand side, an option TCS applicable under section 206C1H is provided. If you specify yes in this option, then a warning message will be shown during voucher entry if you do not apply the TCS. That is, even if the threshold limit of 50 lakh is not crossed, then also Busy will show a warning message to apply TCS in the voucher. Now we will discuss our bill sundry masters. Bill sundry masters also get created at the time of company creation. So we are opening the TCS bill sundry master in modify mode. You can see its bill sundry nature as TCS. Accounting and sale, here adjust and sale amount is set to no, account head to post is TCS, and adjust and party amount is set to yes. Then at the right hand side, you need to specify the amount of bill sundry to be fed as. So that is how the amount of this bill sundry will be entered in the voucher. So we are selecting the percentage 100% of net bill amount. This means bill sundry will be calculated as a certain percentage of total net bill amount. Then in the amount rounding off option, you will select the same rounding off options as you have selected under the TDS TCS tab. Next, we will be discussing about entering transactions. So we will be discussing about entering sale and receipt transaction. Here our first case is multiple parties having same PAN. So we are entering a sales voucher, specifying header related details of the voucher. Select party. Here we are selecting the AB Traders Delhi party. If you open this party in modify mode, you can see its PAN number is specified. Now in the voucher, you can see just below the party, its net sales, gross receipts are being shown. These are for reference purpose only. Next, specify item related details, apply the required bill sundry and click save button to save the voucher. On saving the voucher, Busy has not shown any warning message because the threshold limit of 50 lakh is not yet crossed. Next, we are entering one more sale voucher, specifying the voucher header related details, selecting party as AB Traders Maharashtra. So there is one party AB Traders. It's two branches, AB Traders Delhi and AB Traders Maharashtra we are taking. And if you open this party AB Traders Maharashtra in modify mode, you can see it is having the same PAN as that we have specified in the AB Traders Delhi party. So both the parties are having the same PAN. Again in the voucher, net sales, gross receipts are being shown. Specify item related details, specify the required bill sundry. On saving the voucher, Biz is showing a message that net sale and gross receipt has exceeded the limit of INR 50 lakh and you have not yet applied the TCS in the voucher. Do you want to apply the TCS? Yes, we are clicking the yes button and you can see Busy has applied tax collected at source bill sundry in the voucher. Here you can also apply TCS and GST bill sundries automatically by pressing F4 key or by clicking the apply tax F4 button. Next, a TCS details window is appearing in which TCS applicable is yes. We are specifying TCS section collection code. Collection code for sale of goods is R, for scrap it's E. You have to specify collection code only once and then it will be picked automatically at the time of entering other transactions. Next, we are specifying the reference number, TCS percentage, TCS amount, and clicking the OK button to save this particular voucher. So basically, we have created a reference for this particular sale transaction. Now we will discuss our next case, case 2, that is the threshold limit of INR 50 lakh is crossed in the previous year and in the current year, although threshold limit is not yet crossed, but we are applying the TCS in the voucher. So we are opening the sales voucher, specifying header related details, selecting party, specifying item related details. Then we are applying the required bill sundry. Now on saving the voucher, this is showing a message that TCS under section 206C1H is applicable for party and TCS has not been charged. Would you like to apply it now? We are clicking the yes button and on clicking the yes button you can see Busy has applied the TCS bill sundry in the voucher. On saving the voucher, a TCS details window is appearing. Here again, we are creating reference for this particular transaction. We are specifying reference number and other TCS related details. So basically, we have created reference for both the sales voucher in which we have applied the TCS bill sundry. Next, we are entering a receipt voucher. So we are going to receipt add option. Here we are specifying the voucher series, voucher date, GST nature we are taking as not applicable. Then we are crediting our party account and debiting the bank account. On saving the voucher, Busy has shown the message that net sales gross receipt for the PAN has exceeded 50 lakh rupees and you have not applied the TCS in the voucher. We are clicking the yes button and you can see TCS account is credited and the party account is debited again in the voucher. On saving the voucher, TCS details window is appearing. Here again we are creating a reference for this particular receipt transaction. We are specifying the reference number and other TCS related details. So till now we have entered a sale voucher and a receipt voucher. Now we will discuss that how you can enter a journal voucher for TCS reversal entry if any, and how you can enter a journal or a payment voucher for the TCS payment. So first of all we are discussing about TCS reversal. We are going to journal add option, specifying voucher series, voucher date. GST nature we are taking as not applicable. We are debiting the sales account, then we are debiting the IGST output account, that is our GST account, then debiting the TCS account and crediting the AB Traders Maharashtra account. If you remember, we have made a sale to the AB Traders Maharashtra party. On saving the voucher, a TCS reversal window is appearing in which will specify yes in the TCS reversal option, and then we will select the reference against which we are making the reversal. This is the same reference that we have created in the sale voucher that we have entered for the AB Traders Maharashtra party. So this means this reversal is for the sales we have entered for the AB Traders Maharashtra party. Next, we are discussing about entering TCS payment made to the government. Here we are using the journal voucher. You can use payment voucher also. We are specifying the voucher series, voucher date. GST nature we are taking is not applicable. We are debiting the TCS account and crediting the bank account. On saving the voucher, an adjust TCS references window is appearing in which we will select the references for which we are making the payment. So we are selecting both the references that we have created in the sale voucher and the receipt voucher, then specifying other payment related details like payment for the quarter, interest, penalty amount if any, date of tax deposited, challan number, check number, dated, that is check date, bank where tax is deposited, and the BSR code of the bank where you have deposited the tax. If you have specified any code in the alias field of the bank master, then that code will be picked as the BSR code. Click OK button to save the voucher. Next is our step 5 view print reports. For this we are going to display menu and then selecting the TCS report options. Here first of all we are discussing TCS collection details report. First, you need to specify whether you want to view the report for all TCS categories or selected TCS categories. We are selecting the selected category option. Then for all references or only for pending references, we are selecting the all references option and then specifying the collection code, starting date, ending date, and clicking the OK button. On clicking the OK button, a TCS details all references window is appearing. You can see complete reference details are appearing here for both the references that we have created in the sale voucher and in the receipt voucher. Next, we are discussing about receipts eligible for TCS. You can use this report for posting TCS voucher also. Basically, this report will show the eligible entries, that is the entries which are eligible for TCS. On selecting the report, a receipt eligible for TCS window is appearing in which you will specify data in various report options. Next, a receipt eligible for TCS window is appearing which is showing various entries. Here you can press F4 key to post a TCS voucher. On pressing the F4 key, a message box is appearing which is showing whether you want to post TCS voucher for all PANs or for selected PANs. If you select the selected PAN option for the entry having multiple parties with same PAN, then Busy will show a message that journal voucher could not be generated for multiple parties having same PAN. For this, you have to post the voucher separately by using the transactions journal voucher. However, on selecting the selected PAN option for entry having single party for a PAN, a journal voucher will be posted for the selected entry. On selecting the all PAN option, journal voucher will be posted for all the eligible entries in the report, but the multiple parties having single PAN will be skipped. That is, voucher will not be posted for them using the F4 key for the multiple parties having same PAN. For such entries, again you need to post a journal voucher separately using the transactions journal option. Here we are clicking the selected PAN option, then a TCS voucher creation window is appearing in which we will specify the voucher type, voucher series, collection code, and the narration. This narration will be shown as the voucher's long narration. On clicking the OK button, this is showing a message that one voucher has been generated successfully. Now in the report you can see it's showing TCS collectible, TCS collected details. We are going to transactions journal list option, specifying the starting date, ending date, and you can see the journal voucher that Busy has just posted. That is the voucher posted using the receipts eligible for TCS option is displayed here, in which party account is debited and TCS account is credited. So this is all we have to discuss in this presentation. Hope after going through this presentation you would be able to easily implement TCS in Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.